Okay, fellas, let's get this baguette today. We're going to be playing Tradelands, and I'm going to be doing a tutorial video on a topic I've already kind of done before, but not in depth. So, I'm going to be going over how to, start Tradelands, so you can actually learn how to play the game easy. This guy will know. He'll be a pro. So, I'm gonna assume that you can pick a faction out of Nova, Howland, Whitecrest, or Blackwind. And if we're getting to the real basics here, I'll put a map up. So Whitecrest, this is the safest options for new players, but you don't have to do them because some people might not, and they might do something different. But Whitecrest, for starting off, the safest option would be going to Freeport. For Blackwind, the safest option would be Fenwick. For Nova, the safest option would be Perth, and Hallengard. You kind of don't really have any friends, but you could go to Perth too. So, but the safest option would probably either be Perth or Fenwick. But so after you know what places you should go to, you could go to different ones if you want. You have certain ships like Goldfish, Minnow. Those are your two starter ships that you can start off with. Not really much I can say except that you'd have to take a few trips to your place to get a new ship. But then you can get a starter Sparrow, and those will actually really help you out. And yeah, you'll make money faster. So I'm gonna assume that you upgraded from that, because the Goldfish, the only thing that happens is you have to go back and forth. So after you do that, you probably get a starter Sparrow, like I said, and then you kind of want to do the same thing you're doing, but you'd want to get materials and stuff now. You want to worry about what you have, because you'll need cannons, and you'll need, well, maybe not for a starter Sparrow, but you'll need tools and stuff like that to help you out. So after you go at it for a little while with a starter Sparrow, whatever, then you can start, if you're a pirate faction like Houndguard or Blackwind, you can start to try and raid people, but you need a fast ship. So I think like the Arrow is one of the faster starter ships around. I think it's like level 3 or something like that. So you'd want to get that if you're trying to raid people. And the main way to do that is you need a fast ship, and you need to intercept them. But when the wind is, you want to blow in the direction that the opposite the wind is blowing at, if that makes sense. So if I pull up this, I'd want to go that way. The wind, no, I would want to go that way. Okay, so the wind is heading that way. So you want to go with that way. You want to go with the wind so the sails go with you, so you move faster. It moves, if you're going the opposite direction, it goes slow. So that's how you would do it if you're a pirate faction. But for a trading faction, you'd want to get, I forget what, a heron, I think it is. I'm not too sure, but I think that it goes speed 3, but it holds 10. So that's when you want to get materials to get better cannons, which will help you progress faster in the game. So that would be something to look out for. So after you do that for a little while, you start to add up your doubloons, and you start to be pretty good at this game. You kind of just want to get to level 10 for your ship, and then you can just craft the best ships you want. But from the very beginning, you'll need to go to different places to upgrade, and the more further places you go, the more money you'll get. So if I went to, let's say, Freeport from Guard or Whitecrest, like going to Whitecrest, I'd get more money than if I were to take my ship and go to Nova, because it's a farther distance. But Nova, Whitecrest, and Freeport have special cargo, which is more expensive than normal cargo at some of the docks. They have instruments, which cost copper. Whitecrest has furniture, which costs, I think, mahogany. And for Freeport, you need a fishing rod, which I think is like crafting level like 4 or something like that. I could be wrong. But that's kind of what you would need to do. After you get that, well, like after you start to upgrade to level 10, then that's when you want to get, depending on what faction you were. I don't know if you know, Hallen used to be a trading faction, so I have this atlas, but I'm not really using it much anymore because we don't really trade that much. But I also have a stiletto, I think. Not too sure. I forget what it is, but I think it's a stiletto. But those are more. This is more for Whitecrest or Blackwind, but for a pirate, you'd want, or like pirate or hound, you'd either want a shark. Phoenixes are good. Stilettos are good. Serpents are good. Krakens, I think, are pretty good. Yeah. Oh wait, I accidentally spawned the wrong ship. Hate that. Yeah. It's after you start actually getting pretty good cargo money, that's when you don't really have to worry about it. And then once you get to level 10, then you're like a good player and you can start worrying about other things like shops / houses, what else? Different types of boats, vouchers, crates, doubloons, buying stuff from people's shops. That could also work. But the main way to start Tradelands is you pick the best island suited for your faction. You go there a few times. You start getting a ship that'll make you money faster. Then, depending on your faction, you want a different type of ship, and you just kind of keep going back and forth, which is pretty basic. So it's good. So yeah, I think this is a stiletto. I'm not too sure though. But as I said before, I'm moving much slower, going against the wind, and if I were to turn around and start moving that way, because it all depends on the wind. So yeah, I hope this